Let's begin today's class in a comfortable seat on our mat. Palms resting on your knees, hands facing up or down. Spine reaches nice and long, reaching all the way through the crown of the head. Shoulders relax down your back. So close your eyes and begin to notice your breathing. Slowing down the breaths. And bringing your hands in prayer at the center of your chest, we'll set an intention for this class. Make it a word or a phrase, just something to repeat every time our hands come back to this position. Repeat that intention once more to yourself right now. And then inhale and reach the arms up long overhead. And exhale, the left arm down, right arm comes long overhead for a seated side stretch. Reaching through those right fingertips, rooting down through the right hip, and opening the chest up towards the sky. Keeping the ear close to the bicep to help protect the neck. And inhale, coming back through center, reaching tall. And exhale, other side, right arm comes down, left arm long overhead, reaching through the fingertips. Opening that chest a little bit more, opening up towards the sky. Inhale up through center. And exhale for a twist, twisting to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand comes to your left knee. Inhaling to find length in the spine and exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale back through center, arms up long overhead. And exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you, left hand comes to the right knee. Inhale back through center, arms reach tall once more. And exhale your hands back down to your knees. Find butterfly next. Baddha Konasana, placing the soles of your feet together in front of you and deciding whether you'd like to keep your feet closer to you or further away, wherever you'd like today. And inhale as you open your chest and exhale to fold over the legs. Maybe you choose to round your spine, dropping your head down towards your feet. Or maybe you're keeping the spine straight and finding a straight fold and walking your hands out long. Inhale to lift up out of the butterfly folds. And exhale into table, placing your hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, engaging the core, back is flat. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the chin, and exhale, round the spine, drop the head, cat. Inhale, cow, open the chest, lift the chin, and exhale, drop the head, round the spine. Keep moving like this at your own breath. And after your next exhale, come and find a neutral position in tabletop. Find puppy pose next, walking the arms and the hands out long as you drop your chest toward the ground, letting the chin or the forehead rest on the mat while leaving the hips up in the air. Seeing if you feel that stretch in your shoulders, up the arms. Inhale to begin lifting out of puppy, and exhale into downward facing dog. Taking time in this first down dog of the day to pedal out the feet or move the hips side to side. Taking whatever movements feel good here. Warming up the whole body in this pose. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Lifting up out of the palms. Sinking the ankles, the heels down towards the mat. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, walk to the top of the mat, forward fold. Hang out here in this forward fold for a little bit, waking up the backs of the hamstrings, the calves, the entire back side. Letting that head hang, let it be loose. And on your next inhale, slowly make your way into Tadasana, mountain pose, whether by rolling up or by keeping a flat back. Either way, meeting me in the strong mountain pose, engaging every muscle. And we'll go through our sun salutations. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins, thighs, or the ground, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, engage the core, and exhale, chaturanga, halfway down, elbows tight. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the chest, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze to the top of the mat, and exhale, make your way to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, gaze is down, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweeping the arms up long, and exhale, your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating that intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, and exhale, keep the length as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, thighs, or the ground, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, hands directly under shoulders, and exhale through chaturanga, halfway down or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip the feet, open the chest, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, then come up through Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating your intention that you set. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, and exhale, keep the length as you swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, gaze is down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, and then sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale your hands in prayer at the center of your chest, repeating that intention once more. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant the hands and step back. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, trying to level out those hips and then really reaching through that right heel, flexing through the foot, trying, if you're in a room, trying to pretend like there's a wall behind you, like your foot is going to just be flat on that wall. Really reaching for it. Squeezing those shoulder blades together still. And then open up the hip. Open up the hip here by bending at the knee, opening the hip up towards the side. And as you exhale, find Wild Thing, flipping your dog, planting that right foot back down onto the ground on the other side, opening the chest up to the sky. Reaching long with your arms. Seeing if you can lift those hips up just a little higher. And inhale, coming back into three-legged dog, flipping back over, extending, reaching through that right heel once again. And exhale, down dog, simply dropping the right leg back down to the ground. Finding that form in this down dog once more. Inhaling in down dog and then exhaling into dolphin, dropping the down onto your forearms while leaving your hips up. So down onto your forearms in the front, while as the back half of you looks just like downward dog. Squeezing those shoulder blades here, keeping that neck level, not finding any strain there. And then inhale and come into a forearm plank, evening out those back hips. And exhale, back up into dolphin. Inhale, plank, forearm plank. And exhale into downward facing dog, coming up off of those forearms and then shifting the hips up and back. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, step that foot forward between the hands, low lunge. Taking a moment to square the hips, pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. And inhale up into high lunge, reaching up through those hands, opening the chest, finding lift in that back heel. Keeping that bend in the front knee. Making sure that knee's not pulling inward, but push it a little more out towards your pinky toe to keep it in line. One more inhale here. And exhale into pyramid, stepping the back leg in a touch, straightening both legs, and folding over the front leg. Maybe grabbing a block or whatever you have lying around if you need a little the floor to be a little higher for your hands to come touch. By taking a few deep breaths in this pose. One more inhale in pyramid. And as you exhale, find a low lunge, stepping the back foot back. Inhale into plank, engage the core. And exhale, take your vinyasa, moving through chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog, and hold the three-legged dog, aiming to level out your hips and reaching through that back heel, flexing through the foot, really reaching that left leg back towards a wall, real or imaginary, wherever you are. And then let's open up the hip, bending at the knee, opening that hip up. Taking a breath in, and then exhale into Wild Thing. Flipping the dog, flipping that left leg over, bringing the left leg down to the ground, opening that chest up towards the sky, lifting up through your hips. And on your next inhale, returning to three-legged dog, flipping back over, reaching through that heel. And as you exhale, find downward facing dog again. Finding that form once more. No more flipping. One more inhale and down dog. And as you exhale, find dolphin. Again, coming down onto your forearms, leaving the back half of you in downward dog shape. But your arms are coming down to your forearms, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And inhale, shift into forearm plank, leveling out the body. And exhale, back into dolphin, lifting those hips up. Inhale, forearm plank, engaging the core. Elbows should be right underneath your shoulders. And exhale, back into downward facing dog. Planting your hands, coming off of those forearms. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale into low lunge, stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Taking a moment to square the hips, pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. And then inhale up into high lunge. Finding that bend in your knee. Keeping that knee pointing towards your pinky toe, not sinking inward. Reaching through your fingertips, really, really reaching towards the sky and finding lift through your back heel at the same time. One more inhale. And exhale into pyramid pose, stepping the back foot in a touch, straightening both legs and folding over the front leg. Aiming to keep the hips square here, or moving towards square. One more inhale in pyramid. And exhale into low lunge, stepping the back foot back, finding the bend in the knee. Inhale into plank, engaging the core, hands directly under shoulders. And exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Take one more inhale in your down dog. And as you exhale, find child's pose. Dropping the knees down to the mat. resting the forehead on the ground. Arms stretched out in front of you or along your sides, wherever you'd like. And taking nice deep breaths. One more inhale in child's pose, and exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back in this down dog, and exhale into pigeon, bringing the right knee towards the right wrist. Checking on that back foot, making sure it's not sickling inwards as you inhale to open up your chest. And exhale to fold forward over the right leg. Of course, you always have the option to not fold forward, and you always have the option to take pigeon on your back if that's more comfortable for your hips. Inhaling and walking your hands back up, lifting up your chest. And exhale into downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale for pigeon on the left side, bringing the left knee towards the left wrist. Checking on that back foot again, make sure it's nice and straight. Keeping your hips level in the middle and not rolling to the outside. As you inhale to open the chest and exhale to fold forward. Inhale to come up out of the fold if you're there. And exhale into down dog, slowly getting there. Take one inhale in down dog. And exhale, dropping your knees down to the mat. Come and find a seated position on your mat. We'll find Dandasana next, so stretch those legs out long in front of you, maybe pulling the flesh away from your sits bones to find a more rooted seat. Inhale to find length, lifting the arms up overhead, and exhale to fold forward over the legs. Maybe choosing to let the spine round. Or on every inhale, find a little bit more length in the spine, and every exhale, folding a little bit deeper towards your legs. Inhale and begin to walk the hands back towards you, lifting up the chest. And exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat, coming to lie on your back. We'll find shoulder stand next. So rolling your hips up a little bit back behind you, and then using your hands to support your hips. Lifting those legs up to the sky, flexing through the feet or pointing the toes. Finding that balance in shoulder stand. An option to stay in shoulder stand, or as you exhale, come into plow, dropping your feet behind your head, aiming to straighten the legs. Or you can bend the knees completely and drop the knees down by your ears if that is in your practice, if that seems like it would be a fun thing to do here. Either way, still using your hands as support or extending your hands flat on the ground, all the arms flat on the ground. One more inhale in whatever pose you are in. And exhale, slowly lower yourself out of it. Slowly letting your back, your spine roll out of the pose. Returning your feet down to the ground. And inhale and bringing the knees into the chest. Gently into the chest to counter that. Taking a couple breaths here. And then on your next exhale, drop the knees over to the left for a supine twist. Extending your right arm out long, gaze over those right fingertips. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. Taking nice deep breaths. Inhale, bringing the knees back to the center of the chest. And exhale, drop the legs over to the right, extending the left arm out long. Gaze over those left fingertips. Taking nice deep breaths in and nice deep breaths out. Inhale, bringing the knees back to the center of the chest. And exhale, Shavasana, lowering everything down to the mat. Snuggling those shoulder blades underneath you so that they lie flat on the mat. Taking up as much space as you'd like with your arms and your legs. Doing whatever feels comfortable here. You let go of any tension in your eyebrows. Unclenching the muscles in your stomach. Letting the knees and the toes fall to the sides. Letting the fingers curl. And letting go of any control of the breath as we remain here. Taking a nice deep breath in and letting it out. Taking another nice deep breath in and exhaling it all out. Begin to come back into the space around you, coming back into your body, bringing gentle movements into your fingers and your toes, or whatever else feels good in this moment. And taking your time to roll over onto one side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. And push yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed all the way if that's comfortable for you. Bringing your hands in prayer at the center of your chest, bowing your head towards your hands. Repeat that intention you set at the beginning of practice once again. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.